Hello, this is a quick look at the new Samsung Transform available on the Sprint network. The Samsung Transform is an Android phone running Android operating system 2.1. It has a 3.5-inch diagonal LCD screen with a resolution of 320 by 480 pixels. Here's an example of what the size of the phone is like compared to a credit card. As you can see, it's somewhat bigger than a credit card. A couple of the interesting features about the Samsung Transform. First of all, it has a slide-out keyboard for easy typing, both for emails and for texting. Very easy to type with the slide-out keyboard. And also, the Samsung Transform, and this is where it gets its name, has a Sprint ID function that's available in this button here. Now you'll notice that I have it set up with this screen. These are the normal sort of icons that I might like to use during my business day. Then with one touch of the Sprint ID icon, the phone resets itself up with other displays and with different buttons. For example, I've chosen the Auto Enthusiast button here. Now it'll set up an automotive motif for the background and a completely different set of icons on the screen that I might enjoy using during my off hours. So since I'm a car enthusiast, it has various car enthusiast related icons, so I can have a work related setup and I can have a home related setup. And there we go with the car motif, and it puts various icons on the screen related to that. For instance, there are icons here for car websites and Car and Driver magazine, navigation functions. There's Car and Driver, there's Road and Track, there's Auto Week. So it has everything for me for when I'm off hours. Taking a tour around the perimeter, this is a dedicated camera shutter button. This is a dedicated voice button, so that when you touch this button it calls up the voice functions, so you can just use speak to text to make a phone call. This is the on-off button. On the top we have the standard micro USB port that's used for both charging the phone as well as for data interchange with a computer. You'll notice that this has a little cover to hide that port. This is a standard 3.5 millimeter audio connector. On this side we have the typical volume up-down rocker. And I already mentioned that it has the slide-out keyboard. This is a 4-row keyboard that very conveniently has navigation keys for the cursor down here, which makes it much easier to get around the screen. Taking the back off the phone, it reveals a standard 1500 milliamp hour battery. And the Samsung Transform has a 2 gigabyte micro SD card, and it will support up to a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. Finally, the Samsung Transform has a 3.2 megapixel camera with an LED flash. It will also do standard definition video recording. And that's a quick look at the new Samsung Transform available on the Sprint network.